Yo, what's up, James?
What's up, bud?
All right, man, we got an update. I ran into James, man. How you been doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right, for y'all guys that don't remember James, this is him right here.
How did your son pass away?
He was 5. He had a seizure in my arms. My life went empty. My world stopped. And that puts a lot of us homeless people in a bad situation. I get up every day and push 400 or 500 pounds of scrap metal, 2-3 miles of scrap yard just so I can eat and take care of myself. It says in the Bible, if a man don't work, you don't eat.
That's right.
I don't care who you are. I don't care how strong you are. You can be Donald Trump. I don't care who you are. You lose a child, it's going to devastate you. So when I was 18 and I went to Penn up in Maine State Prison, it was like a second home to me. We got a president right now that's been convicted of a felon who's turning this country around, but why is felons still being looked at? We all go through things, and a lot of people today, they need to remember one thing. Y'all are one paycheck away from being in my shoes.
That's right.
One paycheck away.
James, man, that last video you did was crazy. You talked about your son. You talked about getting a steal, the things you have to do for money. How you been since the last interview?
Man, it's been a struggle, man. I've made some come-ups, and I've had some things happen. Some people did me dirty, lost some stuff, but...
Okay, let's talk about the come-ups.
Well, I had got my hands on 2 mopeds, and one needed a new motor, which I wasn't worried about, but I had one that I got up and running and stuff, and come to find out, the dude I got it from had stolen from somebody, and the dude came down to my campsite and had to deal with the cops, and I ended up giving it back, because, I was like, I ain't trying to steal nobody's stuff, I was just trying to make an honest thing and make an honest purchase. I didn't realize the dude that had it before me had stolen it, and so kind of a little bit of a setback, but...
Okay, did you have to pay for it?
No, the guy just, he says, I gave it back and stuff, and he got it returned and stuff. He wasn't pressing charges or nothing, so, I got real lucky with that one, but...
What about the guy you got it from? Did you pay him for it?
I did pay him for it.
So you lost out on money?
I did. I lost some money, but it is what it is.
As long as you didn't get in trouble.
Hey, I'd rather give it back and be out of trouble than get in trouble.
That's right. We don't need James being locked up.
Nah, I've already spent 7.5 years, and I'm good. I'm over that.
Right, and that's another thing you talked about. You did a prison bid, 1 or 2?
3.
3, yeah, so we need you out here, James. Let's talk about the bad things. What's been going on?
My tent went down and collapsed. I was lucky enough to be able to get enough money to get, another tent temporary for right now.
How did that happen?
Just weather. I've been in the same tent for almost a year, and just last winter and stuff through the 2 hurricanes and all that, it just took a toll on it, and it finally went out on me.
What size tent did you have?
It was a Magellan. It was 8 foot wide, 20 foot long with a screened-in porch.
Wow. So it was pretty much like a house.
It was decent. It was 111 square foot.
And it went down on you?
Yeah, the poles finally let go, and I've tried to repair them a few times, and it hit a point where it said, this is my last straw.
How did you feel when that happened?
Yeah, same thing how I feel when everything else happens. All right, how do I change this? What do I need to do? You can't dwell on it. You can't change it.
You have to think quickly.
Just gotta do what you gotta do to keep providing. Sometimes what little money I had saved up at that time, I had to use it to buy another tent. It was either grocery shopping or a roof over my head. And I'm sorry, but I'm going with a roof.
Right. You'll figure the rest of the stuff out later.
Yeah, the rest of that'll come in time.
That's right. Okay, it's been a few weeks since I seen you. You look a little different. You got a scar on your face. What happened?
Yeah, I just got stung by something, and I've just been picking at it, and it kind of just swelled out. And
okay.
Yeah, it ain't nothing really to worry about.
Okay. Yeah, man, it just looks slightly rougher than last time.
It's been rough the last couple weeks, man. A lot of stress, a lot of time, just trying to grind out here, trying to make money, trying to keep moving forward, and just taking a toll.
Okay.
It's
fairly early today. Have you got any medals today?
No, I haven't had a chance to get out today. With everything I was dealing with yesterday, I didn't get much sleep last night, and I've just kind of lost drive for the day, so I've just kind of taken a day where I'm just falling back and taking it easy.
Okay. So you just trying to get your mind together.
Yeah, I'm just kind of taking PT day.
Okay. Because I'm sure it could be fairly tight gathering all the metals and pushing it down to the yard, the scrap yard, to get paid. Is it pretty exhausting?
It is, because I go down off the greenways and stuff like that, and I walk out in the rivers and pick the metal up in the river, and I walk around in the woods, and I found one spot that you got to go up and down a couple of hills through a river and stuff like that. But I mean, it's tiring, time consuming, but I got to do what I got to do. It says in the Bible, a man that don't work don't eat.
Right, and I remember you said that last time. That's something I did remember you said. And that's very true. Well, I just got a couple questions, man, to kind of build the interview a little bit. Have you spoken with your family recently?
Just my aunt and my sisters.
Okay, and how did that conversation go?
My aunt's doing all right and stuff, and she sent me some money the other day to help me out, and got me some food and stuff. And my sister, she tries to help when she can.
Okay.
So I mean, I do have a little support, but it's it's hard when one's on a fixed income and disabled, and the other's a single mother trying to pay all the bills and 2 car notes, and it's hard out here.
Right. So you're definitely understanding their situation.
Oh, 100%. Like, I get it. Like, I get it. I mean, I know how my sister, she runs her money right down to the penny.
Wow.
But that's why she's where she's at, and got a house and got a vehicle and is good with her money and knows how to manage it.
Right. We met your girlfriend last time.
Yes.
I don't know if I introduced her as your girlfriend, but this is her right here. Yeah. How is she supporting you guys?
She sits right there every day with me. Every day I go out, she goes out. She's pushing just as many carts as I am, and she's grinding just as hard as I am.
Okay. So it's like a tag team couple.
If I didn't have her, I wouldn't have what I have. Because
Wow.
I couldn't do this alone.
And can you break that down just a little bit?
Because when you're solo and there's just one person trying to do it, it's a lot of work on one person. But when you got a partner and a teammate and a team player, man, that changes the ballpark, because you can strive and achieve so much more.
Right. Would you say she's motivation to you?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. She mentioned she had kids. Do y'all have kids together?
No.
No kids together.
No.
Okay. All right. If somebody could offer you one thing to help you out in your situation, to get on your feet, what would it be?
A job.
Okay. Could you find that at Oak City?
No. They don't offer that there.
And why is that? I talked to several people, and they mentioned they have a lot of resources.
They have a lot of resources, but that is not really one that they've been able to help me with.
Okay.
They have a lot of resources, as in food stamps and benefits, health care, dental, eyes, stuff like that. But they do have a job fair thing. But again, I still ain't got my ID, and I can't get Oak City to help me with anything. So I'm still struggling. So
Okay.
it's like,
Can you remind us what's the deal with your ID?
I went to a job interview and I left my wallet on the bus one day, fell out of my pocket, and I lost my ID, my birth certificate, and social.
Wow. And what are the struggles you're having getting them back?
The fact that I have no identification and I have no residency, never had residency here in North Carolina. And my last ID come out of Florida, and so I'm struggling with that, and I don't even have an address to put down here, because every time I go in to see Oak City to try to get me where I can get my mail sent there, I sit there all day and I never get called back. And it's just a clusterfuck.
Wow. They don't have anything that can declare you homeless, and you can use that?
They just give you a piece of paper to send up to the DMV, but thing is, I can't even get to that paper. I've talked to a couple different people. I've talked to Oak City. I've dealt with Johanna from one of the churches that she gives them out. And every time I go to them and talk to them, oh, just wait around. I'll get you the paper. And then I never end up getting the paper. So, like, I've just kind of given up on it.
Okay. Yeah, man, I think you should try that again. That probably would be the quickest results, don't you think?
Well, my thing is the more time I waste sitting around trying to chase this, that day I don't get to eat that day.
Okay.
Because if I spend the day at Oak City and I can't make scrapyard, and if I ain't got no food, guess what? I get to go hungry that day. So it comes down to, do I feed myself every day and make sure I got what I need? You know, and that's what it's come down to. I mean, I can't even go to Oak City and take a shower without spending at least 6 hours there.
Wow. And why is it so long?
Just so many people.
Okay, I have a resource for you on showers. It's on Martin Luther King Drive, right around the corner from Oak City. It's a facility that lets people take showers there. It's like a YMCA.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll give you that resource once this video is over. So you don't have to sit in line at Oak City and wait. You can just go right up there, and it's really no line.
Nice.
You just go in there, take a shower, and leave.
Good.
Yep.
I mean, it's just little things like that that slow your day down.
Definitely. I get it, because it's almost like you're explaining it like you're living day by day, as far as financially.
That's literally what I'm doing.
So you don't have time to waste.
And I have to make my choice. Do I eat or do I go try to do this? And, you know, once you do something so many times, you know, and you get nowhere, it's like, why keep banging my head on a brick wall?
Right. How much money does it take to feed you and your wife or your girl in a day?
It depends on where we eat. If we make the soup kitchen and we just pay for dinner, it's usually about 30 to 35.
Okay. So about a good $30 can feed you guys for a day.
Yeah.
With all the resources that you have.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's probably half of the money that you can make.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And would you say the other half is going towards your addiction?
Sometimes not. Like I said, in the last year, I've had 4 relapses, and I mean, since the last interview, I haven't used or done any of that. I mean, I do buy a few beers every once in a while, but mainly it goes towards like cigarettes and, you know, sodas and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. I know it's hard, man. Just being out here every day. Would that be the reason you would use, because of the circumstance that you're in on a daily basis?
Usually it's I get to a stress point where I just say fuck it and I break, and it's either I just have a mental breakdown or I go use.
Right. And I seen something the other day where it said 50% of the Americans have mental issues at some point in their life.
Mm-hmm. Everybody does. It's just how everybody handles it.
Right.
Everybody's different, because my struggle may not be your struggle, but your struggle may not be my struggle.
Right. Other than your girlfriend, is it anyone out here or around you you can trust?
Maybe 1 or 2 people, that's it. Everybody I seem to get close to or try to trust always stab me in the back, so I kind of keep my circle very, very, very small.
Right, I don't blame you. I do the same. I only deal with a few people, and that's literally just a few.
Yeah.
Is there anyone dead or alive that you would drop everything for to change your life right now?
I ain't dropping my life for nobody. I shouldn't have to change for anybody or pick and, you know, I mean, it's bad enough we're in a world where you got to pick and choose who you be around and who you have in your life. But I am who I am, and I'm not going to change. I mean, there's things about me that I need to change, but I'm not going to stop my world to make everybody else happy. No.
What about your son?
My son's 18. He's off doing his own thing.
No, didn't you mention in the last interview you lost a son?
Yeah, I lost him in 2019.
Would you change your life for him to bring him back?
That I would. That's about it.
That's what's up. What is your advice to others watching this interview who might be thinking about using or might come across homelessness?
Don't let it eat you up. You got to be mentally strong.
Do you recall the first time you ever felt loved or cared about?
Yeah, I was 13. It was my high school sweetheart.
Okay. What's her name?
Nicole.
Okay, Nicole. And where was that at? Was that in Maine?
Yeah, it was in Maine.
Okay. Well, shout out to Nicole. If you're watching this video, I think James still got a crush on you. If you had one wish, what would it be, James?
To have transportation.
Okay. What advice can you give any kids that may be watching this video?
Stay the hell off these damn streets and stay the hell away from drugs.
Get off the streets. It ain't nothing out here for you.
Nah.
Find
These
yourself out
streets-
here.
These streets are cold. You know, I just lost a good friend of mine about a week and a half going. NBA. He ended up getting stabbed and killed.
And NBA is New
Bern
Bern Avenue here in Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
You said a friend of yours got stabbed and died.
Yep.
Wow. When did this happen? Is it like a news report? Maybe I can look up and see this.
It was 2-3 weeks ago. His name was Jordan. Good kid.
Wow.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Did they catch the person that did it?
I have no clue. I haven't looked into it. You can't change it.
Wow. So how does that make you feel knowing that it's people close to you losing their life out here?
It's a cold world. You know, these streets ain't nothing to play with.
Right. Okay. All right, James, man. It was good seeing you.
Always, brother.
Yeah, when I seen you up here, man, you know I had to come holler at you.
I appreciate it.
It's been a few weeks.
I've been wondering how you've been doing myself.
Yeah, man. I did see you text me. I apologize. I ignored that on accident. I was real busy around that time. I was doing a lot of interviews. Plus, I work, and I'm a family man, so I got a lot going on.
I fully understand that, brother.
Yeah, so I wasn't ignoring you just to be doing that. I literally forgot about you.
That's all right,
I
bro.
seen the text. I wanted to text you back, but I was a little busy. Then I forgot to text you back.
Dude, things happen, man.
Yeah. So I'm glad I seen you, so I could tell you that.
Always appreciate it.
It was good seeing you and your girl, man. Y'all keep y'all head up and y'all stay safe out here.
I will.
God bless you.
Bless you, too, brother.
All right.